Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is going to be a documentation of my walk of faith as I struggle from what I call ground zero of a great personal tragedy for me whenever the woman that I was with for 8.5 years left and didn't tell me until she was already gone and had taken our baby somewhere else that she wasn't coming back. So I've only seen her, my child, once since she left. It's been at least a week. I don't even know. I've lost track, honestly. I think it's been like 8 or 9 days actually, because I wasn't, marking down when it was. Actually, yeah, it's been a week. She left last Wednesday, and so now it is November 7th. So she left on Halloween, I guess, and she's let me talk to my daughter and hear her voice in the mornings mostly, a few times at night, but my daughter's not actually old enough to speak and carry on conversation yet. She's just a little over 8 months, and so talking over the phone isn't really, I guess, that quality time that you want with your child at that age. You want to be there in person, so you can look them in the eye and they can look at you, and you can see that there's that connection, and I'm having a pretty rough time of it. Today wasn't too bad because I've been trying to work out the kinks in making videos for my YouTube channel. I already made 3. I tried to make a video each day, starting at what I call ground zero, which that was the day after she left, or maybe I'm not even sure, honestly. But I just call the first video that I made ground zero, and before that it was just me being really upset and doing a lot of yelling and complaining on the phone to different people in my family and stuff like that, because I don't know, I just really felt like I had been done horribly wrong, and I didn't deserve to be treated that way. So I was pretty upset. The wounds are still really fresh. It still really upsets me a lot that I have to go through this. She basically just said that she wasn't happy and didn't think that she could ever be happy if we stayed together, and that she wanted to be on her own. But the fact that she didn't even let me know that she was going to stay away, she just went away, and then it was like, hey, surprise, I'm not coming back. That was rough. That was real rough. We are on speaking terms, and but it just seems like 8.5 years is a lot to just throw away, just like that, and then to tell me in a text message, hey, I'm keeping your daughter from you, first kid I've ever had. I'm 43 years old. I've put everything into working on the house that I'm still in right now, but my dad owns it. We had planned on buying it from him actually this week. We were going to try and get all the paperwork taken care of, and then it was just waiting on the bank to go through with the mortgage. So we were really close to having the house bought finally, first house that she ever owned, and first one we ever owned together too. And so a little difficult to swallow all of this, and so the decision that I've made, because I've been looking for work for 10 years, and I can't find a job, and if I do find one, I can't keep it. And so rather than me, being out on the street and trying to find a job, I have to act before I'm homeless. Uh, I wasn't collecting a paycheck, so my dad and I went into the agreement to buy this house together, and we'd fix it up, and then we were going to flip it. And he turned his back on me partway through the construction project and just ran off and got married to somebody else, and now he wants to sell it so that he can buy another house. And so I'm just, kind of from the beginning, it was just kind of like I was really getting the screws put to me just again and again and again. But I persevered and I kept going through it. And this is a big house. I mean, it's 3 full stories and a basement and a huge garage. It's like 25 foot, by 25 foot. And so, I mean, everything on the outside of the house had to be painted, and literally every single room in the entire house had to be repaired. Some repairs more extensive than others, but I've done plumbing work, electrical work, drywall, finishing, and now that it's almost completely done, I have to just walk away from it because I don't have the money to put in for the rest of the materials that it's going to take to do it, and I'd basically just be doing it to give it back to him anyway. And I feel like my effort is better spent, making this YouTube channel and documenting my walk of faith in Christ. And so I'm going to give away everything that I own. I'm going to sell whatever I can, give the money to my ex to take care of our daughter. I'm going to give away everything else, all my clothes, any food that I have left in the fridge or the freezer. People tell me I'm a great cook. I've been cooking at least 20 years now, and I'm not trying to brag. I mean, I am good at it. I don't get complaints from people whenever they eat my food. If anything, if they say anything, it's, wow, this is really good. I'm the kind of cook that can just look at a spice rack and I know exactly what to grab and throw in because I can taste it before it's even in there. And I'm also the kind that I can just look in the cupboard or in the refrigerator and just grab a pile of stuff and throw it all together. And I never follow a recipe, I never have. And so I'm going to try and put these skills to use and try to make someone else's life better, because I've spent my whole life trying to make my life better, and this is where it's led me. So the Lord told me, go. Just go. Don't ask questions, don't make a plan, just go. So, I mean, the only planning that I am doing is I have to figure out how I'm going to get enough cash to get like a bus ticket or something to go to one of these hurricane disaster relief areas. And I haven't even decided where that is going to be, whether it's Georgia or North Carolina or Florida or Texas or Louisiana or somewhere else. I don't even really know. I contacted Samaritan's Purse, and they said all I have to do is get there and they'll take care of the rest. So I'm going to have just the clothes I'm wearing, and everything else I'm going to give to the people who are out on the streets. And the rest of the food that I have left, whenever I finally get everything sorted out and I go, and I'm not leaving anything behind. I mean, basically every scrap of anything I've ever collected in my life, it's whatever value it may or may not have to me, I'm just going to give it away and never see it again. So hopefully someone finds this to be an inspiration to them in their own struggles, and I'm able to help people more than just with my cooking or my construction or whatever I'm doing in these disaster relief areas and whatever I do for the homeless before I leave. Hopefully this will be an inspiration to them too. I will be trying to film each day and add those clips to my channel so that you can see what it's like in these disaster relief areas too. And so it should be an adventure, to say the least. So that's all I have to say for now. It's nighttime here, so I'm going to say good night, and God bless you all.